much with Zuma and Attach soaring at you with ASM1s?
It's like, you say that as if it's a good thing, but you say Val dominant, and I'm just thinking, Enable had like a 1.5 KD in the first hard point. Clayster has just been waiting for an opportunity to just completely turn up and get hyped.
I'm trying to look for a silver lining here.
The silver lining is there's not another uplink in this best
there
of
you go.
5 series.
That's true. But here we go, kicking it off 30 seconds into this one. Just an early advantage here for FaZe. You got a 2-streak coming out of Zuma. Let's see if he can keep it rolling. He'll be battle in hand as he's going to watch Clayster wipe somebody off of the map. Checking down below, Carousel sees Enable clean up yet another player. He's not having to deal with too much action, which is good. Just players kind of flying from Carousel is going to be his biggest concern. 10 seconds here before we're going to rotate over to security, and we'll see if DT is able to put up a better fight here. But this is not the quote-unquote hot start they wanted.
No, not at all. This has basically been the exact same control FaZe was able to bring to the table in the uplink. You saw Zuma, he had like, what, one gunfight for 30 seconds in the hill, finally gets taken down. It was chaotic for a bit, but still FaZe able to come out on top towards the end. Now, of course, though, DT gonna win that rotation battle. They're gonna have to deal with Zuma, but they got 2 players looking right at him. Sender, we saw him with the good shots earlier on, is able to maintain that as well. Gets the pick. Watson showing up in the kill feed as well, and of course, this is, again, exactly what DT needs to do. They just need to leave Ivy in the hill and slay out around him. We saw Sender's been able to pick up 3 now, gets the kill on Enable as well. So doing his job to a T, but of course, after Ivy got dropped, the flank came in, FaZe able to break through, but now it's got to that chaos time. Watson picks up 2, Ivy in the hill once again. Now it's getting closer and closer to DT being able to tie this up.
That's what you want. Kill lead all blue, looking solid for a moment, but that's going to be 2 down. Only 15 points left to work for here. We'll see how much pressure FaZe wants to move forward. They just lost a couple of guys. Enable will probably be the last one that's going to really try to throw his body at this before they begin to rotate. And you can see rotating over for the top spawn. First one in the back is going to be Cinder here, but you've got a couple players to deal with that also wrap back around. Attach going to be one, and then you're also going to have Zuma, who just fell. Attach is going to have a lot of pressure here. Can he deal with Cinder? Hipfire coming in, able to snag one. Couple more players out here in snow, and finally going to be getting set up.
Yeah, Attach is making moves. He's probably moved in around the same like 50-foot radius, but he's been able to kill pretty much the entire team. He was able to pick up 4 before finally getting shut down.
They weren't even worried about getting in the hardpoint. They were just trying to slay out around it before they even thought about getting in. Finally, after what, it had been up for about 15 seconds before Attach even thought about getting in the hardpoint. And now they were able to get a little bit of time, but this is basically going to be a tie game here as Control going to DT, Ivy going to be set up inside.
And again, Diabolic and Watson able to do their jobs outside of the hill. And Ivy, fewest engagements on the map, of course, Enable not too far behind in that category, but he's been sitting in the hill the entire time. And again, that's what DT needs to bring to the table. Of course, Watson still picking up kills outside the hill. Zuma and Attach, though, getting aggressive as we expect inside the hill. Zuma now has an ASM1 and about 1 in his back pocket. Center getting caught, trying to flank all the way around, trying to lock down those good spawns for the next hill. Does appear, though, there are 2 players for DT over in that area, but they are going to have to deal with Attach, and it looks like Watson going to be that guy to do the job.
All right, well, let's see if Watson and Cinder can keep it going. They're going to need to. Hipfire coming in from the bow, able to pick up one. Another player coming behind. That is going to be Attach. Enable, 6 and 8 right now, having a slow game, but he's going to be the man in the hard point right now. Let's see if he can lock it down at range. Not able to pick up Cinder. Tags him up a bit before having to reload. He's got help on his right. Outside, the player is going to be Attach. They still have the top spawn, so they're looking solid here. 25 seconds to go, Chance.
Of course. Looks like it is going to be a very close game, hopefully the whole way through. But again, there's just a certain moment where FaZe flips the switch, cranks on the pressure, and then just blows the score open. Clayster just went on a 7 streak. He was definitely part of the reason they were able to break through. Center, though, was able to pick up 2 in counter. That's the second time we've seen Diabolic able to break through the hill, picking up a kill with that ASM1, and they are able to get those final few seconds of scrap time. Weirdly enough, no one for FaZe is going to be standing in the hill as soon as that rotation's come in. You can see a player very slowly approaching that. That's going to be Clayster, was worried about DT going all the way around the map trying to lock him down. And, well, he wasted all that time to not get inside the hill just to get picked off 2 seconds after he steps in. DT still trying to push in through that Christmas map side of things, but still, again, as soon as Attach or anyone from FaZe steps foot inside, they are going to get picked off, so they're playing a little bit timid.
Well, you saw that kind of with the Ski Large one as well. They didn't worry so much about getting in the hardpoint right away. They just want to set up around it and get some kills. Looked to be similar to what they were trying to do, so worried about somebody flanking around, but it doesn't end up paying off. It didn't pay off with that hardpoint either, but somehow still managing to carry the lead by 10 points right now as we're about to hit the halfway point. I mean, this is about as close as you could ask for from DT, considering how last game went. You got to feel pretty good right now, right?
Well, they did just have
Oh.
2 players get killed by an
Wow.
avalanche, and of course, Sender was coming on the flank. So for a moment, they were in a pretty good position. You know, lock down another, the final scrap time, 20 seconds, but they are going to pay that price.
The wall of snow.
Going to have a 30-point lead. Now the wall of snow is going to be back out for that second set of rotations. They are able to get attached out of the hill, but this is the first hill where Faze started to blow up and lead at the start, where they were in full control.
Yeah,
It does appear, though,
point advantage, something like that to kick things off.
DT, though, they've got the past 5 kills in a row, looking to turn things around. Still a very tight game. Both teams within about 30 points of each other.
And Ivy basically jumped over a player's head at lower, didn't notice it. Diabolic on a 2 spree before he's going to be taking out. We'll see Clay just trying to get set up here. He'll be in a position to basically watch if any players are trying to get set up to move towards Carousel, but they've got this pretty much locked down. He's just hunting, trying to find anything he can. Going to be able to find one player, then hops across. Almost 2 more lining up for him, but not able to clean it up. They've still got a 17-point advantage right now. Diabolic getting assist here in the hard point, trying to rack up as much time as he can. 10 seconds left before we're going to rotate over. Plenty of time left to play. They've kept it close this entire time. My gut tells me this is coming down to the final 30 seconds chance.
Still, though, it's always scary when Zuma starts to get hot. He's 27-19 right now. He's been switching back and forth between the Bal and the Ace someone. He's on a 4 streak as we speak. Coming up from the side of his opponent, able to pick up one. Diabolic going to be able to shut him down, but of course, Faze, again, seems like they're going for control. There was still, again, a few seconds there where instead of throwing a body straight in the hill, they try and pick up a few kills. This time, it's going to work out for them greatly. Of course, the team kill did come in and able picking up attach. Nonetheless, though, it is going to be Faze again in complete control, extending their lead now to the 30-point margin. It was 20 earlier, and DT going to be struggling to push in from the side. Of course, they are able to pick up the first 2 kills. Center going to be leading the charge for his team. Looking to the left, it looks like his teammate's going to be able to pick up that kill. And DT trying to lock down these final 23 seconds.
Yeah, it was Diabolic that will pick up a couple for him so he could flood in, try to get a little bit of time, but just like that, you see Faze come soaring across the map, and they are going to take control right back here at security. Only 10 seconds left to go in this one. They've pushed the lead out to 40. This is the biggest margin they've really had since kind of the break of the game. It's been really back and forth since then. Let's see if they can blow the gates open up on this one. Now, this is the hill where you can really get a lot of time. You didn't really see them try to push in early. That was going to be Clay in there, I believe, with the Bal. You'd rather get Attach or Zuma in there, have them flying around with the sub. They could push Ivy out here, as he's not going to have a great weapon for close range, but somehow hits the hip fire and able to whip back around, almost pick up another one. Zuma, though, able to close it down before dropping. Still going to be time coming in for DT here, Chance.
Able to get the first 20 seconds, bar a few seconds in contest time. Watson switching over to the A-Someone, trying to win that gunfight inside the hill. Attach going to be able to come out on top, and just like that, Faze able to break through. DT going to have to strike back quickly. 2 minutes and 20 seconds left in this match. Relatively close game, only 37 points between the 2 teams. Ivy able to pick up 2, getting himself into the hill, helping out his squad. Diabolic also with 13 caps to his name, Ben helping the squad out. They're trying to lock down these final 15 seconds. They don't need to try and blow it open. They don't need a huge money hill. They just need to beat Faze on the next 3 hills as a whole, get a 10-point lead on each of them, and they're going to be right back in this game.
Well, they were down by 40 plus. If they get these final couple ticks, I mean, this is going to basically be a 15-point game here going into the final 2 hard points, but you do see it is Faze. It has a nice setup here. You know, you've talked about the fact that this is more of an old school map, more of like Black Ops, so you do get paid more for rotating early, especially here. They were set up very, very well, but the break coming in is going to be enabled by himself. They've got to flood in, try to push him out. He doesn't pick up anything. DT going to be set up nicely. Can they hold it? Clay trying to come in, see if he can make a break. There's still 2 members of DT inside the hard point. They're only trailing by 17. This one's absolutely coming down to the wire, Chance.
Diabolic, he's won that gunfight in that hill against Enable, I think 3 or 4 times now. Of course, last time around 2. Watson going to be inside as well. Sender able to pick up 2 outside the hill. Despite the fact that Watson got picked off, it still is going to be in control of DT. Down now just by 10 points. They're making the comeback here. They're going to be in very good shape to get the final scrap time. It's going to be curious as Faze is going to continue to push. It looks like 2 players are already going on the rotation. DT, though, able to hold on and take the lead going into the final hill.
Unbelievable. They've got control. They've taken the lead, but look who's set up and ready to go. First man in is going to be attached. Now, we talked about the fact that they worry about the flank. It's going to be Diabolic coming from behind. If he's able to win this gunfight, that's one. Can he pick up attach as well? Does he see him in there? He does. That's 2 massive kills for Diabolic. No time going to be coming in for Faze. Last player out is going to be Zuma. He's got his work cut out for him. There's one able to win. That is big. They've got a 9-point advantage. 28 seconds on the clock here, Chance.
DT needs to go right now. 3 players pushing in through snow. Faze picking up quite a few kills. Zuma going to be causing problems. Attach winning the gunfights inside of the hill. Ivy going to be the first one there. He's going to get taken down as well, and that's pretty much going to do it. DT can't get to the hill in the next 5 seconds. Faze able to come out on top. DT started to catch up to to the end, but it's his game. He threw the team on his back. We saw a few underperformances there from the FaZe guys. Two players net, excuse me, attached, only barely broke even. Granted, he was in the hill the whole time, but Zuma throwing 48 on the board.
48 on the board. He had, I believe it was, what was it, 12 in the S&D? They lost that game, but he still, I mean, he went nuts in the S&D. Triple positive, basically, something like 37 and 13 in the uplane. I don't even remember what he had in game one, but point being, if he's playing like this all Sunday, every team has got to be scared, man. Wild stuff.
He's making a name for himself, certainly. Got to give some credit to D2, though. They looked phenomenal at the start of the first hard point. Obviously, it fell apart. Were able to bounce back. They won the S&D, even though FaZe certainly made it interesting after going down, 4-0 in round count. Then the uplink, I think it was definitely the biggest turning point of the match. It was just FaZe in complete control the entire time. One of probably the best performances we've seen on Biolab uplink, certainly on the first side. Potentially in all of Advanced Warfare. It was perfection.
And shout out, though, to Diabolic, giving his all in the elimination game. He had 16 captures and went 34 and 31. 16, there's no one even in the vicinity of that. That's an absurd number of captures, really playing aggressive, giving his all there in that final match.
Broke the hill multiple times while doing that too. I think
I feel you said two-piece for Diabolic, two-piece for Diabolic, as he was breaking over and over
quite a few times. He was doing phenomenal the entire time, but of course it was just not enough towards the end. So FaZe, again, to the surprise of nobody, they are still making their losers bracket run. But guys in the analyst desk, feel free, break it down for some more. We got Benson and Mr. X over there looking beautiful.